I'm going to be explaining to you why self-love is so important if you want the law of attraction to work for you. And I'm going to be revealing some facts to you that they're proven by the top experts who are famous for making the law of attraction work. And there's not one shred of evidence that goes against any of the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you, but it is something that the majority of us, including myself at times, tend to forget when it comes to making the law of attraction work. So if you are someone right now who has been doing everything within your power to get results, perhaps create a loving relationship, Christmas is coming up, you want some romance in your life, or maybe you're in a job right now that's not your sort of true calling in life, and you want to be able to perhaps travel some more and do a job that brings you true emotional fulfillment, but because of COVID, it's just everything feels like it's against you, right? But the law of attraction is real. The law of attraction works because you've used it in many other ways, and it's worked very quickly and easily for you. But with these bigger dreams, you're struggling and you're getting sick and tired of having to, do all this stuff, and nothing seems to be shifting. That needle is not moving. You're just stuck in a rut. I'm going to be helping you today, and the facts that I share with you are going to bring everything back into focus for you in a way that makes the law of attraction fun again. Okay, and here's the biggest thing of all that's really exciting, is that you don't have to do a single thing. If you just do the one exercise I'm going to give you towards the end of the video, you are going to be able to work in harmony with the universe, in allowing things to start unfolding for you, getting things shifting for you in an easy, fun and enjoyable way that doesn't require all that stress and that, I need to make this happen, I need to script, I need to visualize every day, I need to affirm stuff, I need to juggle all these different activities to make things happen. None of that. You can forget all of it. Forget it all now. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't work, because it does work, but as I said, if you're at a point where you're sick of it and you're just like, I've had enough, this video is for you. Okay, so without going on too much, because I do have a habit of doing that, especially when I'm driving. I just get off on a roll and I talk for England. The first fact that you must understand about self-love. Now, you're probably already familiar with self-love and what it means and what it entails and so on, but in relation to the law of attraction, self-love is key because, and I already kind of insinuated where I'm going with this, is that when we are really struggling to manifest a specific desire, we straight away we assume that there's something wrong with us, and the message that we're giving out to the universe is one of lack, because what we're basically saying is, I don't trust, I don't believe that what I'm doing or who I am is good enough, so I need to step it up. I need to get to the bottom of this problem, and I need to take matters into my own hands, and I need to just get this, I just need to get the results. So we try harder and harder and harder and harder and harder, and what that does is that depletes us. It makes us feel shit about ourselves. It knocks our confidence completely, especially when we know, you and I know that the law of attraction is real. So when we have seen it in other areas of our lives, but with the bigger dreams that we really want, when it's not coming, we think, oh, hang on, am I going mad? Like, what is actually happening? Have I lost the plot entirely? The reason why is because we are forgetting the most obvious thing of all, and it's the fact that we're not loving ourselves, because we're so obsessed even with getting the results that we want, we're forgetting that we're actually the most important part. So when it comes to self-love, the first fact about self-love is that by stepping back and thinking, I'm just going to put myself first, instead of doing that visualization tonight, or instead of writing out those affirmations, or I don't know, meditating, scripting, whatever it is that you're using right now to manifest, I'm just going to knock it all on the head, and I'm going to just, I don't know, do what I want to do. I'm going to read a book, that book that I've been thinking of reading, you know, or I've started and I haven't gone back to. I'm going to read that. I'm going to have a bubble bath. I'm going to light some candles for myself, and I'm going to just focus on me. I'm going to buy a box of chocolates from the shop, and I'm just going to watch a couple of movies and just chill out and forget it all. Just screw it, you know. I'm not giving, this is very important for you to understand as well, is that when you think to yourself, okay, I'm not giving up on the desire, I'm not giving up on the desire, I'm just giving up the struggle, okay? I'm just knocking the struggle on the head for today. What automatically happens is there's such a sense of relief of, you know what, that's it, I'm just going to focus on me for a little while, I'm just going to do what I want. And this usually happens when we are really stressed, or if we get angry. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been trying to make something happen, or you've been trying to have a conversation with someone? This is a perfect example. When you're having a conversation with someone and you're at loggerheads about a certain subject, and they've got their opinion, you've got yours, and you're just literally head to head, and you're in a headlock, like there's no leeway whatsoever. The moment you think, you know what, whatever, the amount of relief that comes with that is exactly the same thing. When you put yourself first, even before your own desire, what happens is everything about you, mentally, emotionally, physiologically, the cells in your body, and this is scientifically proven, the cells in your body automatically release all of that tension, all of that stress and anxiety, and they start, because our cells are regenerating every single second of every day, every moment of every day. So those cells then start to return to their optimum level of performance. Now, we're all energy, right? Energy is all there is. You know that already. So what do you think happens when we introduce that sense of self-love, and we allow that natural process that's already being taken care of on our behalf on all levels to just do its thing? We automatically start to feel better, and our vibration rises. And this is something that a lot of people don't get about the law of attraction, is a lot of people that I've worked with and spoken to on a global scale, they all are under the impression that if they want to make their desires work and be created, they have to be constantly on at them. No, you don't. If your vibration is rising, you're automatically attracting towards you what you want, whether you're focused on it or not. Which leads me on to the second fact about self-love. The second fact about self-love, if you want the law of attraction working for you, is that when your vibration rises, your self-confidence, your level of self-worth, self-esteem, self-value, which is all born out of a sense of self-love, all of that increases automatically. Think about the last day that you had, or even, moment where you were feeling really, really good about something, or just spending time with someone who you really enjoy, being with, and they're so funny, and just for that period of time you forgot about everything else, all the worries, all the stress, because our desires, when we've been wanting them for a long time, they do cause stress. They do cause, like I said, this feeling of anxiety and this pressure that we just can't seem to shake off. But when you curb all of that temporarily, and you give yourself the opportunity to just chill out or do something that you enjoy, our mood elevates, our vibration rises, and that sense of confidence, that feeling of who we are and what we're worthy of, increases too. So that automatically brings us into alignment with our desires, because our desires, they're not going anywhere. We've already put them out there to the universe. So sometimes the lack of focus on them, if there's a lot of resistance in between you and that desire, a lack of focus can actually speed things up, because it's allowing you to actually boost your self-confidence, boost your self-esteem, remove all of those insecurities and doubts and that sense of, oh, I'm not good enough and I have to make all of this happen all by myself, and the law of attraction is real but it's not working for me. All of that goes away. It all falls away, because love is so much stronger than fear. So when you're laughing and joking and just feeling a sense of contentment and satisfaction, whether it's for 10 minutes or an hour or 10 days in the sun on holiday or whatever, everything falls into harmony, and those desires start flocking towards you of their own accord. Which leads me on to my third fact about self-love and the law of attraction, is once your vibration has risen and your sense of self-worth and self-esteem and value has come back into harmony with everything else, and you're feeling good, you're feeling more vibrant, energetic, what happens is that, well, two things actually. One, the law of attraction has been given the opportunity to start working on your behalf, and two, you are then in what Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, calls the receiving mode. You are then in the receiving mode for those ideas, those impulses, for that intuition to speak to you in a way that makes sense, and more importantly, in a way that you can actually hear. And at first it might not be obvious, but the more you relax and you chill out and you become accustomed to, and no doubt you're already a very intuitive person and you get intuitive ideas and thoughts all the time, but in relation to specific topics, if there's been a lot of resistance and stress and anxiety involved, when you relax and just chill out a little bit, the ideas, even if they're just really tiny mustard seed ideas at first, they start to flow, because universal forces are working on your behalf, lining up other circumstances to ensure that everything starts to flow. You start to get these little ideas in terms of, even if it doesn't seem relevant, call this person, go here, oh, go to the shop, and that's when you start to experience all these coincidences and these synchronicities in a way that's so cool, and you start bumping into the right people who might tell you something that gives you an idea, and all this groovy stuff starts happening. And on that point, actually, I'm going to share with you a quick story that completely backs this up. A few weeks back, I went through a phase where I was losing loads of jewellery, right? And one of these earrings, actually, the earrings I've got now, one of them I've lost, and I lost a bracelet, and there was something else, I think it was another earring as well that I lost, and I was losing this jewellery, and I was just thinking, oh my god, why is this happening to me? And I couldn't find it anywhere, and this jewellery, it's not that expensive, it's not that valuable, but it's sentimental. It's sentimental jewellery. These earrings, for example, are earrings that my nan bought me, and she passed away last year. So, they have a lot of meaning to me. Same with the bracelet. My sister bought it for me. It was really, really pretty, really dainty, and I just loved it. It was just so me. And anyway, that kept slipping my wrist because it was too big for me. I've got quite tiny wrists. And I when you lose something and you retrace your steps and you search high and low for it, whatever the missing thing is, and it drives you insane. And for so long, like you're thinking, oh God, where is it? And it really upsets you, because if it is sentimental, it feels like a part of you's gone. And I don't know, maybe that's just me and I'm being silly, but that's how I feel. I hate losing stuff. I really hate it. Anyway, I put it out to the universe and I said, look, please help me find this. I really need to find it, because I really miss these things and they mean so much to me. And I want them, I want them back. Anyway, I couldn't find them, drove myself insane, got to a point where I just thought, screw it, fine, whatever. They've gone. It's sad, but that's it, face facts, Holly, that's it, they've gone. So I gave up, right? Started, focusing on other stuff, forgot all about it. And one afternoon, I was driving into my car park near my house where I live, and the car park is on a first come first served basis, right? So strictly speaking, it's, you know, a public car park, but residents use it all the time, so the spaces go very quickly. And there was no spaces. I got fed up and I thought, I'm just going to create my own space. So I parked alongside a car really close, like literally so close I had to climb out the passenger seat to get out my car, because I parked in a way where, you know, other cars could still get out and, you know, drive around and all the rest of it. I wasn't blocking anyone in. And anyway, I had some shopping in the back, so I opened the back door to get my shopping out, looked down, and what do you think was sitting there? Staring at me in that exact spot was my bracelet. And it must have been there for about 3 weeks, because I could see, like, one of the links had broken, and even the broken piece was sitting there perfectly, literally just like, here I am, hello. And I could see where cars had gone over it, and it was just sitting there, literally just sitting there, staring at me in that exact position. And I just thought, you know, the timing and the positioning of my car, and, you know, I'd looked in that car park so many times, because like I said, I retraced my steps and I drove myself insane looking for this bracelet. Couldn't find it, but then there it was. And it happened the moment I was like, you know what, that's it, and I gave up on the idea of ever finding it. And then with the earring, I was going to run a bath for myself, and I was pushing the plug. I got one of those plugs that you push down, and I was pushing it down and it wouldn't go down, and I thought, what is going on here now? I looked, and my earring, which is quite small as you can see, it was literally balancing right on the edge of the hole, so it could have easily have gone down. And I'd had showers since losing it, I'd had baths even, so I just thought, hang on, this is crazy. How is it that earring is there after all this time? That it just defies all logic. It doesn't make sense. But there it was, just sitting there staring at me. And yeah, and you know, you might be thinking, well, what's all that got to do with self-love and the law of attraction, Holly? The point I'm trying to make, and what really came to me after having those experiences, was that everything is being taken care of for us. And I thought, hang on a minute, if little tiny desires like an earring or a bracelet, stuff that really in the great scheme of things is not that important, if that can all transpire in a way where, like that, where it's so coincidental that I just find those things again, surely doesn't that tell us that the big desires, the things that we really care about and that we really want and our hearts are just so full of in terms of wanting and longing for, do you really think that the universe is going to ignore those requests if something as simple as a bracelet or an earring is brought back in such a divine, harmonious way? And I know for a fact that you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you no doubt have had many experiences like that yourself, where you've just felt like, yeah, I'm in the right place at the right time, and I couldn't have I can't speak today, I'm sorry, I couldn't have written that better. I know you've had moments like that. So what I want you to do is, I would like you, after watching this video, I want you to sit down and I want you to write out as many moments and experiences like that you've had yourself, where you've maybe perhaps given up on something, you've lost it, or you've just thought, oh, I'm tired, I've had enough of this, and how the universe has literally delivered stuff and brought it straight to you. Because that is the biggest takeaway that I want you to go away with from this video, is realizing and understanding that the universe, God, our divine, I call it, you know, my divine team, I call the universe my divine team, that's my nickname for it, is, you know, guardian angels, our divine team, our inner guide, is constantly working on our behalf to help us and bring us the love, the joy, the abundance, the happiness, the peace, the contentment, the fun, the adventure, all the things that we're looking for. It's all being taken care of, and the only thing blocking it is that sense of, I'm not it helps you to then be able to relax and focus on your desire in a way that feels pleasurable and feels good. It feels good, and it doesn't carry with it an energy of lack that says, I haven't got it, I haven't got it, I haven't got it, where is it? You relax into the present moment, and everything then just starts to make sense, and you start to see all these things unfolding around you. It's all coming to you. You don't have to force it or make it happen, because it's all being taken care of on your behalf. So that, in a nutshell, is the importance of self-love, and I hope the way in which I've explained it in those 3 different kind of ways, in terms of how it works, makes sense to you. But I really want you to do that exercise now, and I want you to carry that list around with you. Anytime you feel like you are getting stuck in that mindset of I have to make things work, I have to struggle, I have to stress, if I don't do anything, nothing's going to happen, I want you to take out the list, and I want you to look at it, and I want you to remind yourself, actually, you know what, there are so many things that have already worked so perfectly in your life for you, so many blessings and things that you've manifested that have been so easy, and that is how it's meant to be, even more so with your biggest desires. Because the moment you allow the universe to do the work for you, and you just remind yourself and connect with who you are, and the self-love and the self-worth that you already is naturally who you are, it's who you were born to be. When you allow yourself to build that relationship with you that is love-based, everything else is just taken care of automatically. And I know that you get this, but it doesn't hurt to be reminded at times. So I hope today's video has helped you. I hope that you're going to implement and remind yourself of what I've said on a continuous basis, because I promise you that it works, and it works without fail. There's no need to stress and struggle, because the universe loves you and you are so worthy. Words alone cannot define how worthy you are, and how your dreams, your desires want you just as much as you want them. So give yourself the opportunity, give yourself the permission to experience that and step into that unfolding process, because I promise you it will make things so much easier, and it will make the whole manifestation process enjoyable for you. We weren't put on this earth to suffer. Okay, so I hope that's helped. If you would like to know more about me and my services, if perhaps you're looking for a coach, a mentor, and you would like to consider working with me on a one-to-one basis, click the link below, and feel free to contact me, even if it's just to ask a question. If there's something that you would like clarity over in regards to this video, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to speak with you and help you in whatever way that I can. Thank you very much. Until next time, take care, lots of love, and I will speak with you very, very soon.